The John Wick saga has captivated a massive global audience, leading to the production of 4 movies, a series, and an upcoming Ballerina spin-off with Ana de Armas. It's important to point out that John Wick 5 is absolutely happening, despite some fan doubts. These doubts stem from insider claims that the 5th chapter would start filming next year, only for the studio to later deny it. Immediately, people assumed the movie was canceled. But here's the real deal. The entire John Wick franchise is driven by Chad Stahelski, and without his involvement, the vision and overarching story would fall apart as Continental show. Right now, Chad is tied up with another project, a Highlander remake starring Henry Cavill. The plot revolves around an immortal Scottish swordsman who battles other immortal warriors to gain a coveted ability. It's being described as John Wick with swords and has a tentative release in 2026. The movie is in active development, which is the main reason for the delay in John Wick 5 filming. Keanu Reeves is also neck-deep in his own projects, including the Netflix adaptation of Berserker, and a movie titled Eruption about a volcanic catastrophe that could reshape Earth, wiping out Hawaii in the process. Based on all this, it's pretty clear that both Chad and Keanu will be fully booked through 2025. Interestingly enough, neither of them has committed to any new projects for 2026, which could be a sign that John Wick 5 is being lined up for that year. Frankly, we should be willing to wait a couple more years to see another solid collaboration between Keanu and Chad, rather than rushing to get some other director on board and risk ruining the magic. Adding a few spicy updates, Chad Stahelski has confirmed that he will return to direct both the 5th and 6th John Wicks. He's also confident that Keanu will be on board as long as they can write a compelling story and a solid script, which they're currently developing. Lionsgate originally intended to start filming 5th Wick back in the summer of 2020, but Stahelski rejected this idea, explaining that he needed time to ensure each movie added something fresh and unique. According to him, if they had shot the 4th and 5th chapters back to back, they would have turned out too similar, at least from a technical standpoint and visual ideas. Given the rich and ever-expanding Wickverse, we can expect the story to pick up right where it left off, even though the 4th chapter felt like a fitting end for John, suggesting he might never return. There are some tantalizing clues that indicate otherwise. For starters, we never actually see John's body in that final scene, just his grave and tombstone. Let's not forget that he survived countless life-threatening injuries in the past and always pulled through. Plus, that cryptic dialogue between Winston and the Bowery King at the end leaves plenty of room for various interpretations. Originally, John's death was supposed to be the franchise's grand finale. The 4th chapter even carried the working title Hagakure, referencing the samurai code of honor where a warrior's readiness to die is paramount. But let's be real, death is hardly a permanent state, especially for John. He'll be back in some form or another, cashing in more checks for Lionsgate. With 5th part now on the horizon, fans can look forward to an even bigger expansion of the universe. This sets the stage for endless speculation about where the story will go next, and how many more bodies will pile up along the way. Lionsgate has officially greenlight another spin-off, this time focusing on Caine, the blind assassin from Chapter 4. Donnie Yen will reprise his role, marking his first solo outing in the franchise. While plot details are being kept tightly under wraps, it's confirmed that the film will continue the storyline from John Wick 4, meaning it won't be a prequel, though flashbacks are certainly on the table. According to Variety, production will kick off in 2025, with most of the filming taking place in Hong Kong. The script is being penned by Robert Eskins, and Chad Stahelski will serve as a producer. Donnie Yen has teased that the spin-off will delve deeper into Caine's past, but fans shouldn't expect a typical origin story. The movie will focus squarely on the aftermath of John Wick 4. Let's not forget that Caine killed Shimazu, which set off a dangerous chain of events. Shimazu's daughter Akira now swore revenge, and the post-credit scene of Chapter 4 showed her tracking down Caine, so expect this conflict to be front and center in spin-off. No release date has been announced yet. It's worth noting that Lionsgate has 4 additional John Wick projects in development, including Ballerina and an anime adaptation. Franchise is far from slowing down, and with more spin-offs on the way, the Wickverse is about to get even bigger. But the most anticipated flagship is John Wick 5. Stahelski recently revealed that he's got a dream list of actors he'd love to bring into the franchise. At the top of that list is none other than Cillian Murphy as a villain. As a massive Peaky Blinders fan, Stahelski believes Murphy would be a perfect fit for the John Wick universe, likely as a dark, brooding antagonist. And with the massive hype surrounding Murphy after his role in Oppenheimer, his appearance in John Wick 5 could send even more fans rushing to the theaters. Honestly, who wouldn't want to see Cillian and Keanu face off? Another name on Stahelski's radar is Colin Farrell, whom he described as fantastic. And let's not forget Charlize Theron, who also made the cut. Director, recalling her badass performance in Atomic Blonde, is eager to work with her and believes she'd be an incredible addition to the franchise. It's clear that Stahelski knows exactly what the audience wants and which actors they're dying to see. Stahelski. Each of these names would fit seamlessly into the world of John Wick. Despite the flop of the Continental show, the massive success of the overall franchise leaves plenty of room for further exploration. The Wickverse is far from done, and with Chapter 5 on the horizon, we can expect even more pulse-pounding, star-studded adventures ahead. Stay tuned.